Hello and welcome to another tutorial video. In this video, we will learn all the inspection tasks a field service technician or FST needs to perform on a weekly basis. Every time you are scheduled to a facility to replace the paper and ribbon, you will need to inspect the ADS machine to make sure that all components are working properly. Not only this will extend the lifespan of the machine, it also will prevent malfunctions and breakdowns, which could save time and money. The whole process takes about 25 minutes. Start by cleaning the outside of the machine using the provided cleaning agent and rags. Next, unlock and open the top center door. Remove any stored canister that might be found inside. Then, clean the inside of the machine. When you are done, make sure to return any canister that you have removed prior to cleaning. Finally, close and lock the top center door. Next, unlock and open the door at the bottom of the ADS machine. Pull the mainframe out and release the conveyor lock at the bottom. Finally, pull the conveyor arm forward and lay it down, allowing access to the work area. Now, tear the paper just above the first roller on the left. Next, open the print head by twisting it clockwise and remove the old roll of ribbon. You will need to remove the cardboard spool from the old ribbon to use it again on the new one. Also, don't forget that the used ribbon has protected health information. Therefore, do not just throw it away in any trash can. Instead, make sure to adhere to the disposal procedures at the facility. Next, feed the remaining paper through the system until it clears out of the conveyor arm. Finally, release the tension lever to the left. Unscrew the knob on the front of the paper roll and remove the old paper roll. Now, inspect the printer assembly. Check that the rear drive wheels spin freely and inspect the drive belt for any signs of physical wear. Then, unscrew the last hopper and remove it. Clean the triangular plate assembly as well as the last hopper itself using a can of compressed air. Finally, reinstall the last hopper in its place, making sure the rubber sleeve is installed correctly. Now, attach the tape of the new ribbon to the spool and roll it a few rounds. When installing the new ribbon roll, the empty side goes to the right while the full side goes to the left. Finally, pull the ribbon around the 3 rollers. 2 of the rollers are above, the third one is to the right, which is a bit harder to see, so make sure you don't miss it. Also, make sure the ribbon passed through the ribbon sensor. Next, remove the slack in the line by winding the ribbon forward. Then, close the print head by twisting it clockwise. Now, install the roll of paper with the wide side facing the machine. Take the paper and bring it under the first roller, and then close the tension lever. Finally, pull the paper around the 3 main rollers on the left side of the machine. Make sure you get the paper going through the paper sensor. If done correctly, the sensor will illuminate in a red-orange color. Open the print head knob and begin to feed the paper between the next rollers. Note that underneath the square-shaped roller, there's a smaller metal roller. The paper goes between these 2 rollers. Carefully fit the paper between the large roller and the triangular plate, pulling it down to straighten it all out. Make sure that the heat sealers are in an open alignment by pressing the forward button on the control panel to the right. Once they are facing straight, so you have enough room to fit the paper between them, bunch the paper up carefully and align it through the heat sealers. Make sure not to touch the heat sealers as they are very hot. Carefully push the paper through the heat sealers and pull through with your other hand. Continue to pull the paper through the scissor mechanism and down the conveyor wheel. Now, pull the paper around the roll toward you to remove any slack. Then close the print head and begin forwarding the paper through the system using the green forward button. After running the paper forward for a few seconds, you can either cut the paper using the red cut button, or you can tear the paper at the conveyor wheel. Finally, return the conveyor arm to its original position and lock it in place. Make sure that the rubber boot is seated properly inside the last hopper on all four edges, as we see in this picture. Push the mainframe assembly inside the ADS machine to reseat it in its original position. The rubber boot should be flush to the last hopper as we see in here. You will need to kneel down to see this angle. If it is not flush, then you will need to repeat the last step to make sure it is flush. Close the doors and lock them. Next, on the touch screen, click STS. Then double-click in the center of the pop-up window and enter the password 58225111 and then click OK. Click Print and then click OK. You will need to print test 50 packets. To stop the printing after 50 packets, click Cancel and then click Cancel again to exit the Print Quality Test window. Finally, check the print quality on the last couple of packets. The printing should be legible and inside the edges of the packet. Next, check the 7-door lock sensors as follows. Unlock and open a door and check for the icon on the touchscreen monitor. Then close and lock that door and check that this icon disappears. Repeat this whole process for all remaining doors. Next, let's check the location of all cameras. There are two USB cameras inside the ADS machine. One is located in the middle, close to the heat sealer, and is used to check on the med dispense. The other one is on the left side. It is used to check the paper and ribbon levels. Also, there are two A-Link cameras used for controlled substances where applicable. They are located on the metal arm outside of the ADS machine. The tech support camera is located inside the bottom cabinet on the right-hand side. You will need to use the kiosk computer to make sure these cameras are working, are in the correct positions, and are in focus. To do that, click on the Windows key on your keyboard. Then, click on this icon. This opens the software that monitors all cameras. This is the camera for the dispense. This is the one for the paper and ribbon levels. This is one of the A-Link cameras on the control arm. And this is the other one also on the same arm. This is the camera found inside the ADS machine that is used for tech support. Finally, depending on the facility, there may be another camera that is mounted on the ceiling. It shows a broad view of the room. If so, this is that camera's view. If these cameras are pointing in the right directions and their pictures are clear, then no further action is needed. If they are pointed elsewhere and or their pictures are blurry, please contact your Ascribe RX manager. When you are done, don't forget to minimize the window. Do not close it. The last maintenance task is to check the inventory of the paper and ribbon. If it is low, then email Ascribe RX to reorder some more. For more information, or if you need help in performing any of those tasks, please don't hesitate to contact your Ascribe RX manager. I hope this tutorial video was helpful. Thank you for watching.